If you clicked on this video, it's time for you to rest, my friend. Rest doesn't mean laziness. Rest doesn't mean complacency. Rest doesn't mean that you're giving up. Rest is an opportunity for repositioning. Repositioning your life, repositioning your beliefs about yourself and about the world and about others, so that you can be a better antenna for everything that you want to receive. And the results of that are going to shock you. The results of you giving yourself permission to rest, to chill, to enjoy what's already currently manifested in your life and have gratitude and appreciation for it, not thinking that it needs to be anything else other than what it is, and just resting in the knowing that you are complete where you are. You are a complete being where you are. There's nothing else that you need to actually do in order to prove your worthiness to anyone or to any God or anything like that. If you can fully embody that and believe in that for yourself, you're going to be shocked at the results, because the results will become effortless. The results will synchronize all around you in a way that is seamless and joyful. It's not going to be hard. It's not going to be difficult, because you're resting to allow who you actually are. Because who you actually are is that unique frequency that attracts everything that you need to express your gifts and your talents to the world. So that's the shocking part. The shocking part is that everything that you've been seeking through hard work, through struggle, through strife, is going to come to you in an effortless fashion when you decide to give yourself rest, when you give yourself grace, when you allow yourself to feel appreciation for yourself for all the shit that you've gone through in your life already so far. Because it's been a lot. And I know that you, if you're watching this, are sensitive to what's going on around you. And it's hard. It's a lot to take in. There could be a lot in your family life, your professional life. You could be a student studying. There could be a multitude of things going on in your life, and it's challenging. I'm not saying that it's been easy for you, but I'm saying if you're feeling these things, experiencing these things, you got to give yourself the rest that you need and that you deserve. Because if you don't, you're just going to continue getting burnt out and wondering why, no matter how hard you push and struggle and sacrifice, and no matter how hard you work, why the results just don't seem to come in the way that you think they should, given the effort that you've put in. Why don't you stop for a little bit? Why don't you just take a break? And I'm not saying to put everything in your life on halt, but I'm saying you got to give your nervous system a bit of a break sometimes. Because if you're just working from an over saturated nervous system that is just used to the rat race and you grinding and pushing and forcing because you have so many goals and dreams that are worth that effort that you think you've been putting in towards it, or that you have been putting in towards it. It is worth that effort, but it's also worth not having all of that effort as well. It's worth seeing how things will naturally come to you when you decide to let go of outcomes. When you stop insisting that things have to come by a certain time and look a certain way when they do come. And instead, you rest in the knowing that everything comes to you that needs to come to you from a place of presence and rest within yourself, where you're not running and running and running or yourself ragged in order to try and have the life of your dreams. Because your dreams are worth it. They're beautiful. They're amazing. And I appreciate so much that you would self-sacrifice, that you would struggle, that you would work hard in order to get to where you want to be in your life. I admire that and I honor that experience that you've had up until this point in your life, because that means you care. And I'm definitely not saying not to care. That's not what rest means. And rest doesn't mean just give up on your dreams either. It just means give up on those old versions of yourself that ties your self-worth to outer appearances. Do you understand that? The moment that you can actually let go of outcomes and what the appearance needs to look like to your friends and your family and whoever else, that you care too much about their opinions of what you're doing, which is fine, I understand. We've all been there. Once you decide to finally let that go for real, your life will change in a way that no amount of effort or struggle or hard work could ever match that level of change that will come from effortless manifestation, from you effortlessly deciding to be yourself and rest, knowing that you already are that which you want to be. You're already it. You just got to peel off the layers that have been keeping you from realizing that you are already it. And that comes from rest. And you know it comes from rest? Grace. Grace is needed in all of our lives. All of our lives. There's not one person in this world that doesn't need some amount of grace in their lives. And grace is when you line up with yourself in a way that doesn't need any certain outcomes to happen. And from doing that, something amazing just plops into your life. Some humongous opportunity, some form of abundance, something important that will guide you into being and expressing more of who you really are. That will come, and that's what grace is. And that's what you allow, my friend, when you decide to rest. And that is what is going to blow your mind and shock you when you actually decide to allow yourself to do it, because you're going to see how everything, just like the snow falling around me right now, comes to you effortlessly. You think the snow cares how fast it's falling right now, what it looks like as it's falling? Well, neither do you. So I love you so much. I hope that resonates and helps you on your journey. And we'll see you next time.